Hey everybody, welcome into Trailblaze Sports, where quantitative analysis meets contrarian algorithms. Alright, well, it's Thursday, it's football time. So, it's still gloomy out here, it's cloudy, there's no sun, but you know what? Let's shine with making some money. So, let's get to it. Alright, I'm targeting, you guys already know, it's all NFL today. So, you know that already. We're going the first game of the day. All these games start in most of them start kickoff in about 4 hours. This one included. So this game is at 4 p.m. Pacific, my time. So we have the New York Jets at New York Giants. I told you guys about this game a little bit, that I was kind of already targeting it. Well, the line on this game right now is moved. It's kind of funny. Right now it's New York Jets -3 at New York Giants, and if you remember before, the line was a little bit less. Quarterback rotations for this game. I mean, I could give you guys numbers for how they did all last season and all that stuff, but most of that stuff doesn't really matter at this point because it's preseason. So, you know, a lot of it comes down to a few different factors that I like to target. I like to keep them close to the vest. Yeah, but these two teams know each other well. You guys already know that. This is like the 51st time that they've played. You know, Saquon Barkley, he's probably not going to play for the Giants. You know, same thing with Le'Veon Bell for the Jets. You know, he's not going to play either. So, right now we have these two teams. The Giants actually own a 3-game win streak on them. Yeah. And Daniel Jones is probably going to play a little bit in this game, you know. The other two quarterbacks that they have is fourth-year man Alex Tanney. You guys might have heard of him. I think I remember. I think he played for Dallas at one point. And second-year Kyle Lauletta. So that's the quarterback rotation as far as that goes. As far as the Jets go, you know, Sam Darnold's not gonna play. You know, Eli's probably not gonna play. But you know, they have a new head coach, Adam Gase. You know, and that's kind of what I'm targeting here. You know, it's very difficult to when you come in and there's a whole new regime, and a lot of times they bring in a lot of their, you know, their own people from, you know, their coaching staff. So those guys, they really don't know what to expect, and they're installing all this stuff, offense, defense. A lot of times, you know, yeah, people want to be like, oh yeah, the head coach wants to start off the regime and get a win in the first game. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, it was like that for Denver. He wanted to get a win, but look, it took a tip at the end for them to get that. So, and they only had like 7 points. So if you look at it through that lens, most likely this is going to be the type of game that people are expecting for the Jets. You know, they want to be like, oh, let's see the Jets, new Jets offense, all Le'Veon Bell, all this. Sam Darnold, no, you guys are going to have to wait a little bit. So, knowing that the Jets, it is in their house, and the home team should be favored -3, and in this case, they're not. The public is actually all over the Jets as well. 73% straight up to win. So, you guys know how I think. I'm advising for the first pick, the New York Jets to lose. The New York Giants to win the game at +131. Yeah. Underdog moneyline value. Sorry guys, it's still a little early. Should drink some Dr. Pepper, huh? I'm waking up too. Okay. So moving to the next game. The next game that I'm targeting is a half hour after that. So at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Yeah. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Baltimore Ravens. So everybody's excited for the Ravens. They've been doing really good. These two teams actually have been practicing this week together. Sometimes they do that. They just, you get another jersey, you get other, other people other than your team to practice against and hit against in pads, It's a good thing, and then that leads up to the preseason game that they play, like at the end of their session. I think they do it for like 3 days or whatnot. But, it's a good chance for the teams to get familiar with each other as well. So they've already been hitting each other. Everybody likes the Ravens in this game because of the fact that, Lamar Jackson has been doing really good in practice, and they've been talking about it. So that's already building up hype. Look, the Jaguars have a really good defense, and they've had a really good defense. It's their offense that's somewhat of an issue. But honestly, the quarterback rotation for Jacksonville, after Nick Foles is Tanner Lee, Alex Magoo, and Gardner Minshew. So, yeah, that's really nobody, but the same thing can be said for the Ravens. Joe Callahan and rookie Tracy McSorley. So, really, both of these teams don't have a very good quarterback rotation in this game. So when it gets lit, anything can happen, really, in that situation. They have a really good defense. Jacksonville does, too. Jacksonville can score on defense. Most people are loading up on the Ravens because they know that the head coach, he's won like 11 games in a row in the preseason, something like that. I think he's like 13-1 in the preseason. Yeah, that's really, really good. But in this situation here, Lamar Jackson's not going to play very, very much, if at all. So, and same thing with Nick Foles. So if he doesn't score on the first time going down the field, well, then you're still left with these other scrub quarterbacks. And so you're going to be like, oh, please. Knowing that the Ravens were also, remember I told you this, they were minus 5.5. Yeah, well, at this point right now, they're only down to minus 3. So it looks like some big money's at least come in on Jacksonville. As far as straight up goes and the public, well, 80.1% is on Baltimore to win the game. And Jacksonville 19.9%. So looking at it like that, with all the things, yeah, it does point toward Baltimore, but I think that's just the house just trying to create that the wrong way. Yeah, we're getting value on Jacksonville. Let's look for Jacksonville to go ahead and surprise them and give them finally a loss after 11 straight wins in the preseason. They only play 4 games in the preseason, sometimes 5. So that's literally like 2.5 years, two year span, and then some in that other year. Okay, it's time to lose. Okay, so right now you can get Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm advising you guys to win the game against Baltimore Ravens at plus 140. Okay, so finally, let's move it on down to the last game of the night. I'm targeting a total here. Yeah. This game goes at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific my time. So we're heading out to the Northwest, up here in Seattle. Yeah, out there at CenturyLink, I believe is what it is now. Field? Yeah. It's really a cool field. I've been there like 3-4 times. Yeah. A 2005 championship game too. Yeah, it was really cool. They won the game and then went on to the Super Bowl and lost against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, we're heading back out to Seattle tonight. So we have Denver Broncos at Seattle Seahawks. Now, you guys remember I broke down Broncos last time. Obviously, I mentioned that. They won the game. But they're still installing all this new stuff. You saw, I talked about that. They didn't score very many points in knowing that Russell Wilson's not going to play very much for Seattle, you know, and they're going to try out, like, I think Geno Smith and Paxton Lynch. Paxton Lynch might play a lot, you know, and he used to be with the Broncos. The Broncos let him go, so it's kind of like the Broncos are probably going to play their new guy, Drew Lock. So they're like, oh, this is Drew Lock versus Paxton Lynch matchup. Well, that's not how I see it. I see it as the defense is going to be playing even harder for Denver because they're getting more of their starting defense is going to play. This is their second game. Remember that. So then these guys are going to play maybe a quarter, you know, half a quarter, something similar to that. The starters, at least for the defense, you know. So it's going to be harder to score. And Seattle's also known for their defense, but their offensive line for the last few years really have had issues. And the same thing can be said for the Broncos, you know. So when we look at it like that, we should really get something similar to what we had the last game when it was Denver and Atlanta, where it is low scoring. The total on this game is right now at 37. So I'm advising to take Seattle, Denver Broncos under 37 points. Look for something like, 13-6, 19 to 10, something like that type of score. As long as we're 36 or under, I mean, we can 37 for a push and you get your money back. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I could sit here and break all these games down, and trust me, I could talk about this stuff for hours, but, you know, you guys have things to do, and go make your bets and get ready for a great afternoon, you know. Thank you for your continued support on for Trailblaze Sports. If you guys are interested in any more of my picks, any more of the games that I play, or premium games, you can email me at trailblazesports@gmail.com. So that's where I'm at right now. You know, you can always send me a DM too, you know, if it's on my social media page, whatnot, and we can just go from there. So, okay, for those of you outside of America, you know, have a great evening. You know, for those of you inside America, have a great afternoon. You guys enjoy the NFL later this afternoon. I'll be back here tomorrow. All right, then. Take care, guys.